Hello, I'm Justin Bell. Didn't have time to get into makeup today, so I might look a bit older. But you're watching the world's fastest car show.
Welcome to the 2013 Pebble Concours D'elegance from the Monterey Peninsula. Now, if you watched our last couple of seasons, you know this is the world's fastest car show's favorite weekend of the year, because down there on the 18th fairway are some of the most beautiful, gorgeous, historic, vintage collector cars ever built, worth millions. But of course, that's the past. We're kind of all about the future, and here on the famous concept lawn is a great chance to get a sneak peek at what we'll be driving in the not too distant future. And what we like to do is pick our top 5. It's very hard to choose your favorite, a bit like what's your favorite kid, but we do our best. So, in no particular order, check these out. This is a very cool one. It's Jaguar's Project 7. And as you can see, it's an absolutely gorgeous car, and there's many reasons it's special now. It's an F-Type, but with that next stage of bespoke sort of evolution that you'd expect. Now, what makes it cool is Project 7 stands for the 7 Le Mans victories that Jag had between 1951 and 1990, and the color is reminiscent of the famous racing Le Mans colors of the D-Type. And that's not where it ends, because if you look at it over there, it's also got a D-Type inspired fairing just behind the driver's seat. Carbon fiber all over it, they've lowered it, they've increased the horsepower, they've made it noisier, and you know what? This is the only car on the lawn that anyone would let me drive. Check it out. Now this one I am extremely proud of, because it's our local LA friends Galpin who have bought their interpretation of what a Ford GT would look like if it had been continued to be developed. And it really is a very special car. Ton of work led by Bo Bachman and his team there at Galpin, because what they've gone is they've gone and redefined the classic lines of the Ford GT and made it into something that really you could imagine the manufacturer itself making. It's got 1,024 horsepower, almost 800 foot-pounds of torque, twin-turbo V8, and you know what? From the minute it's been shown this week, it has proven to be a crowd favorite, because everyone loves the Ford GT and everyone had their own interpretation of what it might have looked like. And I think one day they'll let me drive this. Now, this is a car that truly deserves its place on the concept lawn. It's the Aston Martin CC100 project. Dr. Betts, a really amazingly forward-thinking man, commissioned this with his design team, and he actually drove it at the famous Nürburgring not long ago, about 3 months ago. What it does do is show, in true concept car terms, all the design flair, all the imagination and the penmanship of those top designers, the best carbon fiber work you can imagine. And it's all here in a concept car that really does work and really does go fast. What I love about it is that you see these design elements and these features and this integration of advanced materials with sort of traditional leather. Things like that will one day make its way onto an Aston Martin near you, and that you can be assured of. One of the cars that people have been talking about all week is the Porsche 918 Spyder, for good reasons. And Dario Franchitti drove it. Patrick Dempsey got a chance behind the wheel. And Jay Leno. Justin Bell, not so much. But I will rectify that very soon, because I'm going to say lovely things about it, because I adore this car for a very good reason. It is perhaps the ultimate hybrid right now. It has a V8 gasoline engine, coupled with twin electric motors, bringing it up to almost 900 horsepower, which is extraordinary. It will do 0 to 60 when it's fully engaged in about 2.8 seconds. Now, obviously, Porsche know, like all the cars that they produce, that they can take concept to reality better than almost anyone else. And I know of at least 5 or 6 people this weekend that have already put their orders in. This is the supercar for the next generation that will be out there on the road near you soon. And did I mention we will be getting a drive in it? Now, This is a really special car. It's the Laraki, which perhaps more than any other on the concept law this year truly epitomizes what a concept car should really be. Yeah, it does actually work. How fast, I don't know. But in principle, this is going to be a rocket ship. Industrial designer went on to design boats and now designs this beautiful car behind me. It's going to be 1,400 kilos in weight with 1,100 horsepower, delivered by a V8 with quad turbos. So this thing is going to be an absolute missile. And what I like about it is that the design is so striking, and it's almost as though the designer became the artist that allowed him to create this. Just look at that rear quarter panels. And this is one I'm sure, you never know if it's going to go into full production, but they're hoping to make 10 cars in the next 18 months. The Laraki, pretty cool. Well, that's about it for this year, and as I said, there's almost too many cars to choose. I'm leaving out the Lamborghini Veneno, not because it doesn't deserve its place, it's just because I'm really angling to get a drive in it one day. Truly a supercar, and of course, like everything else, it just makes the concept lawn here at Pebble Beach one of the places to be. And so I'm sure we'll be back next year, but is that guy with the white over there photobombing my picture again? Check back each week for more on your eBay Motors mobile app.